Well, the Rocket City is growing exponentially, and dozens of apartment complexes have popped up around town over the past year or two. In our reporting, we've learned that some people who cannot afford their dream home in this market are returning to renting. Others simply prefer having a property manager to handle things when they go awry.
Now, we receive so many calls for help from renters who feel they've exhausted their options with their landlords. And while every situation is unique, News 19's Dallas Parker gives us the renter's right cheat sheet, the things you should know before you sign a lease.
So you found the perfect apartment or rental home and you've signed all the necessary paperwork to get you in the door. But what if things get shaky between you, the tenant, and your landlord? Do you know your rights?
Once you have a lease, you have the right to stay there. You have the right to quiet enjoyment, which means basically your landlord can't bother you. You have the right to the exclusive use of the property. You do basically have the right to a livable habitat.
This is called the implied warranty of habitability, a place that is safe for a human to occupy and is free of defects that may put their health or safety at risk.
It's not easy to enforce those rights in Alabama.
Let's say your air conditioning doesn't work, or maybe there's mold, and the property manager refuses to make repairs or is in no hurry to fix the problem. What rights do you have as a tenant in Alabama?
The way to enforce the rights are pretty limited compared to other states. Other states have repair and deduct, which would allow you to fix it yourself and then keep it out of the rent, or to withhold the rent.
Alabama renters do not have these rights.
So you could go to sue your landlord in court, which is kind of an expensive and time-consuming process, or if it's bad enough, you can move out.
Another concern is the tenant's right to privacy. Can a landlord or maintenance worker enter your place without permission for any reason at any time?
Your landlord cannot just search your apartment, and the police, of course, can if they have a search warrant, but that's it. No, the basic rule with landlords entering your apartment is they have to give you 48 hours notice. The only exception to that would be if it's an emergency. If water's coming pouring out of the door, if there's a fire or something, sure, they can go in.
Sometimes a landlord-tenant relationship is so badly severed they move to evict. But even that process takes time.
In order to evict you, the landlord has to give you a 7-day notice before they can go to court. You could think of that as a grace period, but at that point you're already kind of in trouble. And most landlords don't like giving repeated 7-day notices. It's always going to be a breach of the lease, and that's quite often non-payment of rent, but it can be, shooting a gun, anything criminal, like whatever the lease prohibits, having too many tenants. If it's in your lease, now it does have to be a material violation. Again, leaving a bag of garbage on the front porch is probably not going to be substantial enough, even if your lease said that.
Fortin says tenants should document everything during their lease term.
I've seen a number of cases where the tenant had that information and could prove, hey, I told you, the landlord, about this a month before, and they agreed to let me have time or whatever. But I've also seen the opposite where, oh no, I lost my phone and it was all by text message, and then the judge or whoever's reviewing the situation just can't help you because you don't have any real proof.
Navigating these issues can be stressful, but knowing your rights and keeping receipts and records can make a difference, especially if the matter proceeds to court. In Huntsville, Dallas Parker, News 19.
Fortin is the Director of Advocacy with Legal Services Alabama. He says the organization provides free legal help to renters in need. You can find out more about renting and home buying in the Rocket City on our website, WHNT.com. Just search Press for Space in the Rocket City.